Hello and welcome to Dice and Demons. I'm Emma, and today we're going to be taking a look at a new Tyranid model that GW has just shown off on their Warhammer community page. It's a Tyranid with wings, so I'm pretty excited about that. The article says, the hive mind unleashes death from above with the Winged Tyranid Prime. That's cool. Death from above, that's always a good time. We all love the teleport Homer bringing in a squad of vengeful Terminators, but perhaps the real star of the Warhammer 40,000 cinematic trailer was the Winged Tyranid Prime. Who didn't love watching it rip that Terminator in half? Okay, that Terminator's mom wasn't a fan, but the rest of us loved the terrifying raw power on display. I did not know that Terminators had moms that actually cared about them. That's not, I guess so, but it just doesn't really seem like the sort of thing you would have in Warhammer 40,000, right? So here's the cinematic trailer. It looks really cool. If we just go back a tiny bit here, it looks down on a Terminator. I'm just trying to decide how big it's going to be. Obviously, it always looks great when you have it on a display and it's twirling around and stuff. But I'm not quite sure. It definitely looks down upon the Terminator, right? So it's bigger than a Terminator, but it's not like a huge, massive beast. I don't think it's like Gaskell sized or anything. I like the lighting they've done with the purple and everything. So here we have the model itself, and it says the hive mind has understood that simply walking up to your enemies sometimes won't cut it. So it has had a little hive mind think about it and come up with a hive-style solution. Wings. Well, I'm sure it took an entire hive to come up with that solution. I don't know. They don't seem like they're very bright, the Tyranids, are they? I really like. I like the look of the model. I think it looks really dynamic, but I gotta say I'm not quite sure about the whole thing with the wings pointing downwards. I guess it works sort of like it could propel itself from sort of the elbows or what on the wings, but that would probably not be the ideal way of using your wings if you had them right. I don't know. It looks cool. It looks dynamic and it's a lovely paint job and everything. I would just really prefer, I think, if it had the wings somehow out or slightly back or perhaps even facing more like a bat folding its wing in front of itself. Perhaps that would make it look a little bit too much like something from Flesh Eater Courts or something. It looks a little bit like those, what are they called? Flesh Terrors or something. It looks a little bit like that. I think I would prefer more or less the exact opposite angle on the wings, to be honest. I also think it looks really tricky to paint without doing it in sub-assemblies, just because there are going to be so many different to get at spots. I do like the model. It's cool. It's cool. Definitely, it looks awesome and looks very dynamic and fun and stuff. I hope there will be. I don't think there will be, but I would really hope that there would be an opportunity without too much kit bashing to position the wings differently. It's a flying creature. I don't want to see its wings on the ground. I want to see its wings up in the air, looking like it's actually carrying it through the air. It's not badly sculpted or anything. It's very well done. It's just my personal preference for wings is I want them to be shown off as wings. But then again, I also have I'm very biased towards dragons and stuff like that. So I don't know. Perhaps this is the Tyranid way of showing off your wings. It also says here, with this stroke of inspiration, the Winged Tyranid Prime is born. With frightening speed and maneuverability, they can drop down into the midst of the foe, slicing and ripping apart anything that gets too close. Yeah, it looks very deadly and very fast, and like it's going to be a lot of fun to put on a tabletop. I think it's a little bit difficult now to know. It says they have frightening speed, they have maneuverability, they can drop into the midst of the foe. But with all the new stuff coming out for 40k or in the new rules for 10th edition, I'm not exactly sure exactly what this is going to mean in terms of rules and stuff. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. As a Tyranid Prime, it boasts the strength and synaptic might of an alpha war beast. And just look at that face. If you were a Homagaunt and this thing told you to jump, you'd also ask how high. Very true, very true. I would not want to be anywhere in... I mean, I don't want to be in its way, but I don't think I really want to be close at all, really. There are still loads of things left to show and tell you about the new edition of Warhammer 40,000. Sign up for a newsletter. So, okay, cool. Yeah, and then we can grab a unit of gargoyles or a harpy. So let's just take a look at the harpy for an instant. Okay, no, that was not the model. Yeah, I mean, I think this new model is definitely cooler than the Tyranid Prime is definitely way cooler than this, and I don't think these wings do this model any particular favors either. Yeah, not these either. No, but I mean, I know these are really old sculpts, but yeah, very old sculpts and very old paint jobs by the looks of it. But I mean, you can see this thing is flying, right? I just prefer wings to be positioned like this. But I mean, I think it's sort of a matter of taste and preference, really. This is definitely a very nice new sculpt. It looks really cool. I love the details. I love all the different kinds of textures with the armor plates and the sort of bony rib cage and the claws and everything. It looks really sweet. I just like my wings. Oh, there you go. So anyway, what do you think? Do you like this new model? Are you excited for the new Tyranids? And of course, do you agree with me on the wings, or do you think this is much cooler because this is a very different look to what you would normally just, if you have a picture in your mind of a flying creature, you usually would probably perhaps expect them to have the wings folded up and out. So do you think this is a cool new take on it? Let me know. Also, yeah, let me know if you have any comments or questions or anything like that. And remember that, as always, you can follow me as Dyson Demons on Twitter and Instagram if you want to stay up to date on my painting projects and stuff. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.